What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over a day trading recap. Not too happy. Check it out. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this recap here. Took three trades today, two losers, one winner, green on the day. They're all small caps, so I know you're going to like it because I haven't traded small caps in a while. And I mean, I did one really good thing today, and then I just fumbled in a way the winning trade. The winning trade could have been a grand slam trade very easily, but I sold, and I reviewed my video afterwards, and I had no reason to sell where I sold. Zero reason. The only reason I sold where I sold was because I was already red on the day and I knew it. And I took second profit on the second half of my position off way too early. Even the first take profit was kind of early, but I took it because I was red on the day, and I figured that would put me back closer to break even-ish, if not break even. But I really should have held on to my second or my last half of the trade. But we'll go over that. We're gonna go over. I think I have the recording of both losers and the one winner, so we're going to go over all those. But before we do me a quick favor, smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my next video. I have more how-to videos coming out throughout the rest of the month and well into next month, so you'll definitely want to not miss those. Also, remember to check out the links in the description section below. You have links to Webull. Webull, you download the app. It's a stock trading app. It's free. You download it, you fund your account with $100, and you get 2 free stocks valued between $1,200 to $1,400. So that's a no-brainer. You get free money. So make sure you take advantage of that. And also make sure to check out the scanners to trade ideas in the description section as well. You have my link along with my coupon code for 15% off the trade idea scanners. So definitely take advantage of that. Check it out. All in the links in the description section, as well as my Twitter. You can follow me there. I post my watch list pretty much every single day, and I posted it this morning as well. And the stocks I traded, at least I know 2 of them were on that watch list for sure. So let's go ahead and jump into this recap here. And since I have all 3 trades recorded, this recap could take a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump right on into the live trade right now. And at least the first one, we'll go over that one, which should be this one. Can you see it there? Yes, you can. So let's make this a little bigger. So here you have SNDE. Okay, SNDE was pushing. One of the things that happened to me today was hesitation. I haven't traded small caps, I don't know, in like 3 weeks or something like that. You've seen me. I've just been trading large caps, pretty much Tesla, almost every single day. I've been doing extremely well at it. So I haven't traded small caps, and but I knew, and I said it yesterday, that today I'd be focusing on small caps because the larger cap stocks were very choppy, because the overall market is very choppy, and these small caps have been giving us cleaner moves. So that was my focus today. So SNDE was when I was focused on, and I really thought about buying this break of 375 here on this pivot with VWAP, and I hesitated. Didn't buy it. It pushed all the way to 475. A dollar push would have been monstrous, because I would have taken 1,000 or 2,000 shares there, and this would have been awesome. Missed that opportunity. So I said to myself, okay, let's watch for a pullback into this 410 area. $4 was a resistance level on the daily. I saw this pullback into 410, and I didn't buy it. I hesitated, and that was a mistake, because that bounce would have been money. That's all I needed, at least for a first take profit. Didn't grab it. It failed. I mean, I failed. Then I said, okay, I'm going to wait until we push completely, get a pullback, and then I'll buy it. Now, I wasn't only just buying VWAP. I was buying this previous high. I was buying VWAP, and I was buying the 23.6 Fibonacci level. They were all there lined up. So when we got this pullback here, the Fibonacci was already a little bit higher off, but it was still in the general vicinity. So we had this pullback, decrease in volume. I'd buy this again, and it looked like the right setup to me. You know, we had the push, we had the pullback into support, we had decreasing volume into that pullback. So I said, okay, this is the one. So I jumped in there and I just took starters. I thought to myself, I'll take some starters and I'll see if I can add to the position. I'm glad I took starters because when I stopped out, it was a very minimal loss, showing that risk management is always the #1 priority. So here, I'll click play for you. You see I'm in there, just 100 shares. And I do add, there I add to 300. Now, remember, I was actually looking to add up to 1,000 shares. So this add is just part of my starter position. I wanted to see $4 hold. $4 doesn't hold. We get that quick dip there, and I sell out. Now I give it its wiggle room. I give it plenty of wiggle room because I'm in a starter. So I knew my stop was way down there. Once that candle opened up and that 90 MA didn't hold, I didn't get back up over 4, I sold out. And that was it for me right there. Quick trade, lost 60 bucks. Whoops, now I have to edit that. My next trade was now here. This is a loser trade, but this should never have stopped me out. The reason this stopped me out was because I made a mistake and I held my stop too tight. I was off of my stop by tremendous amount. Okay, I didn't realize that my stop was the 90 MA. This is MXC. MXC, huge gap up. I never even saw news on this thing. Huge gap up. We halted right above here around this 1150 area. Pushed off of that, then it dropped. It dropped, made new lows, and then we started to hold this 90 MA and creep up to VWAP. Clear resistance here at VWAP, here, and finally here we break through VWAP. Now, I get in for the VWAP break, okay, and hold, and I think this is the one, yeah. I get in there and I hold my stop at 1050. My entry is 1095, and I hold my stop at 1050 because that's where VWAP was at, and that's where that previous resistance was at. I really should have held my stop at $10, where this 90 MA was at, which was clear support. So we'll click play here. I'm in 500 shares. I'm thinking that we're gonna get an instant squeeze and this is just gonna fly because it flew here and it flew here. Huge ranges on these candles. We're talking about like $2 ranges on these candles. So I'm expecting these shorts to start panicking and cover. Then we get that action there and I stop out. Right? I stop out there, which was ridiculous. That was such a novice move. It's stupid. My stop should have been $10 all day long. The low of this candle at a minimum. The 90 MA is there. You know, $10 psychological level. This previous like halt area. Like, I mean, we halted here to the downside and then regrouped and took back that level. That was just rookie mistake right there. #1. So my first trade, I stopped out, took a loss on it, no problem. I'll take that trade again. The setup was prime. This trade here, that was a rookie mistake on my part. My stop was not where it should have been. So there, boom. Now I'm down like $300 something on the day. So then I immediately notice that my stop was wrong. Okay, so what do? Now I'm not going to make a rookie mistake. I'm going to jump right back into the trade. So I jump right back into the trade because I see that we're still setting it up. My stop was incorrect. So now I have to jump back into the trade with the same size just to keep things adequate. And this trade was a winner and it brought me back into the green on the day. However, I sold way too early and you'll see it here. So I'm back in. This time a little bit of better cost basis, 1079, same 500 shares. We're holding the 90 MA, we're holding VWAP, we're holding that 1050 area. My stop now is $10. Okay, good volume. We're holding all that area. So now I'm just looking for us to break above this 1150 to see if we get that squeeze. Okay, let me grab this and fast forward a little bit for you. See, now I don't care. We get back underneath 1050, but it's all good because I know where my stop is. I know where my support is at. I really wanted to add to this to get 1,000 shares, but I didn't. I kept the 500. Right here, we started to get all that green come back in. I'm like, okay, we should break $11 now. I was looking at the 15-minute chart. Right there, I would add over the previous candle's high there in front of that 1130 area. I do not add. We start to push right there. We get that push. So I take off half of my shares right there. You see that? I take off half my shares there on that push because we kind of broke over this halt price area, this kind of like pivot type area. See resistance here, resistance here. So I take half off there. I shouldn't have taken any off there, but here's where the mental stuff comes into play. I knew I was red on the day, and I knew I was red on the day well over $300, a little bit underneath 400 bucks. I think I was red like, I don't know, 360, 370. I'd have to go do the math. I don't remember. I'll show you all my P&L at the end. So I take off half. I knew by taking off half there, I was close to break even. I was still red, but I was at least close to break even somehow, right? So I take off half. 250 shares gone right there at 1150, maybe a little bit over 1150 from 1069, I think it was, right? That's my average, 1079. So, you know, figured a good take profit there. Brings my red day down a lot. But I should not have done that. I should have stuck to the plan and wait for that squeeze to 12 and over. This would have made this trade an easy $1,000 winner. Easy, like no brainer. And this trade had still not even made a new high. There was so much potential in this chart pattern. It was ridiculous. Rookie mistake number 2. My first take profit, way too early. Way too early. So here we go. I have 250 still. Volume is increasing really nicely. You can see there we've pushed up. You know, I'm still in the trade. My same 250 shares. And now I'm looking to see if we can get a quick pop. Like I expected one of those, you know, boom, to like $13 candles and get halted. That's what I was expecting because it's a low float stock. And I know there's a bunch of shorts in here. So I thought we'd get that. We don't get it. And I make the novice mistake of selling too early. That's it. It's just a mistake. And everybody makes it at some point or another. I could be trading, you know, the next 10 years and it will happen again. It's just the name of the game. But one still stays upset. See, look, that's a strong candle. Look at that. Look at that volume. Look at that volume. I'm up over $1 a share on these 250 shares I have. Look at that huge volume. Huge volume. And right there I sell it. No reason to have sold that. None. Let me see, where is that? So right here. This candle right here is the one I sold. And right there, boom, we go all the way up here to make a brand new high a day at 13 bucks. I could have sold at 13 bucks those last 250 shares and it would have been a different story. I'm still green on the day, but I would have made a whole lot more money. Now here, I'll show you my realized gains. My first trade was SNDE, lost $59. My second trade was MXC. That's the one where I didn't set my stop correctly and I lost 270 bucks. Then my follow-up trade was again 500 shares of MXC, you know, 130, 63, 221, which puts me up about $89, $90 on the day. Definitely not, you know, what it could have been, but I've been green every day this week and just doing great on the month. I guess all I can say is that it happens. Been doing amazing the last 2 months. I mean, it's been a great year, but it doesn't matter. Look, it doesn't matter. I could have made $100,000 this month and I'd still be upset about this trade because as traders, this is what we do. We're always looking for, you know, room to improve because there's always room to improve. It doesn't matter if you've been, Warren Buffett is always improving. He's always improving. It's like, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter your experience level. It doesn't matter how long you've been trading. It doesn't matter how well you're doing on the month. It doesn't matter how well you're doing on the week, day, year. When you make a small mistake like this, it bothers you because you know that you can do better. And people who know that they can do better always want to do better, no matter what. So tomorrow's another day. The day's not even over, but we'll see what happens. Let me know how you did. Drop it in the comment section below. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my next video. And I'll catch you on the next one.